Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kara and today's video is going to be my January housing market update. So as always with my housing market update videos, I'm going to be separating this video into a few different sections, those being price, inventory, mortgages, local news, and other. Starting out with price on a national level. It's probably no surprise that home prices have been steadily creeping up year over year until 2020 when home prices shot up. I have a chart I'm going to put up on the screen that shows you the change in median home sale price year over year. So you can kind of see the cyclical cycle of the housing market. Typically in the winter it's a little bit slower and spring and summer tend to be the busiest times. So that's why you'll see some shift each year. The median sale price actually peaked in the US last year around June, where it hit $386,000. The next chart I'm going to put up on the screen shows you the number of homes that sold over list price. This actually peaked last June as well, where this percentage hit 56.5%. This is a record and is up 29.6% from the previous year. So as you can see from those two statistics alone, the housing market has changed quite a bit over the past year or two. I will also say to keep in mind, especially with that last statistic, that these are national statistics. So for comparison, I'll quickly add in here that for Asheville in particular, the vast majority of homes that sold last year sold for over list price. To be more exact, of the homes that sold last year in the Asheville area, those homes received 97.8% of their actual list price. So in other words, if your home went on the market and sold last year, there is a great chance that you got at least list price. Another statistic I want to share with you guys has to do with comparing rent prices to home prices. So I know a question that a lot of people are asking nowadays is, does it really make sense to buy a home right now? Should I just consider renting? And I know that rent prices have also gone up quite a bit over the past year or two. So I actually read an article yesterday about a report that was just completed by Adam Data Solutions that looked into this and actually found that in 58% of the US, the median home price was actually more affordable than a 3-bedroom apartment. Now, of course, not everyone is going to need or want a 3-bedroom apartment, and this is a national statistic, so this does consider big cities as well as really rural areas. But I did want to include this because I thought it was kind of interesting. Another hot topic that I covered a lot last year was lumber prices, and they're actually on the rise again. At the tail end of last year, they just hit $1,000 per 1,000 board feet. For comparison, lumber prices actually peaked last May at around $1,500 per 1,000 board feet. They then declined a little bit over the summer and then started to rise again in the winter. So of course lumber prices are impacting the cost of new construction, and as you probably know, home prices have been increasing quite a bit. Inventory is down quite a lot and demand is still high because interest rates are still low. So a lot of builders are working hard to meet this demand, but it's also becoming difficult because as construction prices increase, then naturally the price of new homes increases as well, limiting the amount of buyers that are able to purchase those newly built homes. Okay, moving on to local statistics. So the Q4 statistics for Buncombe County are now out, and I want to put a chart up on the screen that's going to show you the change in median sale price in the county year over year. So in Buncombe County in Q4, the median sale price hit $405,000, which is right around where it was in Q3. This is 12.8% higher than we saw a year ago. The average sale price, however, has actually increased from $505,000 in Q3 to just over $525,000. This is 19.1% higher than a year ago. Moving on to inventory on a national level. This year we saw record low inventory. I'm going to put another chart up on the screen that shows you the change in inventory year over year. And as you can see, last year we saw record low inventory. We reached 1.38 million homes for sale, which is significantly lower than we have seen in years past. The main reason for this low inventory is due to lack of building, surging demand, and also low interest rates. I have yet another chart I'm going to put up on the screen that shows you the change in active listings year over year. And this will show you that active listings dropped 26.1% year over year. This is very significant. When we consider where listings were 2 years ago compared to now, the change is quite drastic. So I know I've repeated myself multiple times in many of my videos, but just to reiterate, home prices are going up quite a bit, inventory is very low, and there's just not enough homes out there to meet the demand. It doesn't mean that you can't find a home to purchase, but it does mean that you're going to face a lot of competition. One last chart I want to share with you guys regarding national inventory levels is this one, and it will show you the typical number of days a home sits on the market. As you can see, we reached 15 days on average over the summer, which is a record low. This just reiterates my point that inventory is very low and there is a lot of demand for what is currently out there. In terms of inventory on a local level, I will put up a chart to show you what's been going on in Buncombe County. Year over year, inventory has dropped 45%. So a pretty similar story to what has been happening across the nation. All right, moving on to mortgages. So as you can see in this chart, interest rates have been steadily declining year over year. Last January, we reached a new low of 2.65% on average for a 30-year fixed rate mortgage. As I mentioned in my last housing market update video, interest rates are expected to slowly start increasing throughout this year. I believe at the moment they're just a little bit over 3%, and they're expected to slowly increase throughout the year. There are a bunch of different predictions out there. I've seen ones where they say we're going to hit 4% by the end of the year, others that say we'll just hit 3.5%. Of course, no one can know with certainty, but most of the reports that I've seen are expecting them to steadily increase. Okay, I think you guys have had enough statistics for a minute, so let me jump into some local news. I was reading the other day about how the River Arts District is getting a new apartment complex, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about it in this video because I know that that is a pretty popular area of town. So let me pull this up. So construction is beginning on a new apartment complex called the River Arts Apartments, which is located at 147 Robert Street. And this is going to be a mixed-use development that's going to have 237 apartments, 60 plus parking spots, 16,000 square feet of retail space, and construction is expected to be completed in March of 2023. So this project is still a little ways out, but construction is just starting, so I did want to mention it in case you're driving around town and you're wondering what's being built. Also, 10% of these units are going to be designated as affordable housing, which means that they are made for households earning less than 80% of the area median income, which, for example, for a one-bedroom apartment, that would be $947 with utilities. The final statistic I want to share with you is regarding second homes. And as you can see in this chart, demand for second homes has gone crazy over the past year. It has actually doubled. And this is likely due to the fact that more and more people are able to work from home now. Well, that is everything for today's video, guys. Also, quickly before you go, I want to mention, if you have not already received a copy of my free home buyer guide, definitely reach out to me and ask for one. It's a 12-page PDF completely free to you that breaks down the home buying process step by step. And I just think that it's a really great resource for you, whether you're a first-time home buyer or just someone who hasn't been in the housing market for quite some time. It'll give you a great idea of what the process is like and what you can expect. So if you would like a copy of that, I will leave my contact info at the end of this video, as well as in the description box below. So please feel free to reach out to me anytime, whether it's for the home buyer guide or if you just have general questions about Asheville or the real estate market. I'm always happy to chat with you guys. So if you are not subscribed, please consider hitting that subscribe button, hit the like button, leave me a comment, let me know what you think of today's video, and I will see you guys very soon in the next one.